And now, you can expand the horizons of your mind with a blog by Gabba.
Alright, man, we are back. You're listening to me, Gava, right here on W807, 1710 AM, Chicago, Bridgeport, Lincoln Park, Chinatown, and a whole bunch of other wonderful cities here in Chicagoland. We've been talking about the BP oil spill, things that have happened, things that are going to happen, and stuff like that. I've been watching some YouTube videos during the break, man. And I'll tell you what, some of them are rather very intelligent. And I can tell right now because, you know, probably like you watching this on YouTube right now or maybe watching on my blog, it's kind of low budget. And because there ain't any type of real money being spent into it, you know, everybody thinks, they don't know. These guys are fools. They ain't got a clue. Well, I'll tell you what, man, there's a couple of deals I've seen that are pretty damn intelligent. There's one I seen basically where BP's trying this what they call top kill method, which means they're taking this small little tube and sticking it into the large gaping hole of the pipeline. Well, there's one guy who explained that that's fine and dandy and it would work just fine. But, as he explained, around that small tube you should put some kind of inflatable airbag or something like that. And that way when you drop that tube down inside the large gaping hole, you just kind of fill the airbag up with probably something more like mud or dirt or something like that, more solid than air, and it would, in a sense, quote unquote, plug the damn hole. So maybe I'm thinking to myself, you know, hey President, you're talking about being, you know, one of those administrations where we really listen to the people. Well, how about, you know, you go on YouTube and check some of these ideas out, because some of them, man, I'm telling you right now, are just absolute pure genius. You could go on YouTube and just type in the search phrase that I looked for, which was actually plug the damn hole, and you get all these really neat creative ideas. And the first song that we played at the very beginning of the show, by the way, also came from that search as well. And I listened to several of that other songs of that guy's music, and he's really, really good. So drop him a line, and when you do, tell him Gavatron X9 from YouTube sent you. You can listen to my other blogs by just simply getting on MySpace and typing in www.blogs.myspace.com/GavatronX9. Once again, www.blogs.myspace.com/GavatronX9. Now, honestly, in the end, I mean, really, we're talking about something so catastrophic when you're looking at the oil spill from Ground Zero. And I just watched a video on it. There's some waterkeeper guys down there in Alabama and Mississippi and Florida who are talking about Dolphin Island and stuff like that. And seriously, when you look at Ground Zero from this oil platform and you look from horizon to horizon to horizon, and you see nothing but an oil sheen on top of it. And these guys were several hundred feet in the air. If they were actually on ocean level, still horizon to horizon to horizon, that's 25 miles to your horizon. These guys are 1,000 feet up. So, you know, we're talking maybe 150, 200 miles out to the horizon. And you're looking at an oil sheen, you know, in every direction. And not only that, that's just the top layer. You know, we're talking, this thing's 5,000 foot deep. Now you're kind of seeing what I'm talking about. Honestly, I believe that we should not only hold BP's feet to the fire, that we should hold it there indefinitely until they pay back everybody. And now, with some little facts and figures, this is something else I found out on YouTube. I was talking about the water keepers earlier. And you should definitely hear this. This is eyewitness reports in their own words. Yeah, this guy's an environmentalist. And yeah, some of those Greenpeace guys get a little bit radical. But facts are facts, man. And, pictures say 1,000 words. And, once you see what I've saw, then maybe you'll kind of change your mind, or maybe you'll be like, oh my God. Here you go, man. It's about 5 minutes worth. Check it out.
On May 7, 2010, John Watson and pilot Tom Hutchins flew out over the Gulf of Mexico. Along the way, we saw small boats dragging buoys out to the islands to protect them from the oil sheen that was certainly coming our way. At 9 miles out, we began to smell the oil. At 11 miles out, we saw a visible sheen on top of the water. Heavy streaking was evident at about mile 15. Mile 26, we began to see solid oil on top of the water with a heavy sheen and numerous streaks at mile 34.
That's 34 miles out from the coast that they were talking about. Check this out. It gets worse.
87, ground zero. My first view of the site was one of tremendous impact. I'll never forget the scene. These are not small boats. While standing at a dock looking at them, they look like large ships. They're dwarfed in comparison to what I see on the horizon.
To kind of give you the distance-wise, what 87 miles would be, imagine if you're living in NYC and you're driving to Philly. That's about 87 miles.
Nothing but a red mass of floating goo that could have been prevented and should have been prevented. I was horrified when I looked and saw how many boats there were on the horizon. It didn't seem to be doing anything at all that was effective. Going around in circles, small boats with booms on the back of them, sent out to gather up oil in what looked like teacups compared to the horizon.
Yeah, that was his own words, ma'am. And there's long pauses here and there. And unfortunately, this guy has gotten a lot of slack off this. And I don't know why, to tell you the truth, because this guy is, well, he's giving you facts and figures. He's exactly telling you the truth. And see, that's the thing. Like I said before, this thing is humongous. It's gigantic. It's literally a floating, upside-down mountain of oil in the Gulf of Mexico. And this thing is ruined. It's ruined forever. And the fact that BP is only handing out American brothers and sisters $3,300 for their pain and suffering. Oh man, we're sorry you can't fish here anymore. Here's $3,000. Have a nice day. Yeah, okay. That's cool. That's going to help out. Thanks, BP. I'm sorry, BS. It's BS to the nth degree. It's a slap in the face of anybody who has any kind of intelligence that's higher than room temperature IQ. It's unacceptable. And if you, listening to this, are an American citizen, if you're not positively, absolutely enraged about this, then you should be. Because your children and your children's children are going to be dealing with this for a very, very long time. And not only should we seize BP's assets, we should also fine them heavily, and we should fine them until they are pretty near out of existence here in America. Because even though there would be some people going, well, that's too radical, Gava. That's not fair. Well, okay. What's radical? What's not fair? Basically a wasteland of water for the next 50 years? How fair is that to those people who are living down there? I'd say it's pretty damn even to me. But, that's just what I think. Coming up next, man, DJ Storm is going to probably play some more rock and roll, and he might even finish up with some commentary. Who knows? He's a crazy guy. I'm Gava, 1710 AM. Thanks for listening.